What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ariel, and welcome back to the lab. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today, we're going to be talking about learned limitations, Learned limitations. And today we're going to be talking about learned limitations because if I can get you to identify where you picked up a limitation, then I can also get you to get rid of the limitation, right? I want you to be limitless. I want you to be unlimited. I don't want you to be limited to your environment. I don't want you to be limited to your thoughts. I don't want you to be limited to the resources around you. And I don't want you to be limited to the access to money or opportunities, right? I want you to believe that these things are unlimited. I want you to believe that these things are limitless. And most importantly, I want you to believe that you are limitless, that you are unlimited, that you have unlimited energy and enthusiasm, that you have unlimited passion and perseverance, that you have unlimited money and resources and the unlimited ability to find opportunities for you in this world, right? So welcome back to the Student Success Mindset, where I help you get in the right mind to not only be a great student, but to be a great person, because we all know that school stops, right? But learning never stops. So don't allow school to get in the way of your education, right? Don't allow school to get in the way of your education. And what I mean by that is don't allow yourself to be limited to an institution or academic institution. One of these days, you're going to leave that academic academic institution, right? So for example, I myself went to Genesee Community College. I did 5 semesters at Genesee Community College, and then I graduated with my associate's degree. Guess what? I had to leave that academic institution. I could no longer be there. I went through the courses, I graduated, I got the degree, I got the information, I had a ton of great experiences. Then I had to go, right? I went to Syracuse University after graduating Genesee Community College. So I went to another academic institution. This time I got my bachelor's degree instead of my associate's degree. And then guess what? I had to leave the institution, right? I didn't necessarily have to leave. I could have got a master's degree, then I could have got my PhD, right? But eventually I would have had to go, whether I got my PhD or master's or bachelor's. So we all have to stop going to an academic institution at some point in our lives, but we never stop learning. We are students of life. We are students of the journey. We are forever learning, right? Forever learners. Like I said, don't allow school to get in the way of your education, because you're always going to be learning on the job. You're going to be learning from experience. You're going to be learning from books outside of the school, outside of the academic institution. You're going to be learning forever. You're going to be learning different things about yourself, different things about the world, different things about your environment, right? So learned limitations. What are learned limitations? Learned limitations, right, are things that you have experienced or studied and identified with them to be true. For example, a learned limitation that I used to have is you cannot be successful, you cannot have great wealth, right, if you come from poverty, if you come from a background where there is no money, where there is no wealth, right? Because growing up, I didn't see wealth. Growing up, I didn't experience wealth. Growing up, I didn't experience riches in a financial standpoint, as such as a resource standpoint, right? I didn't understand the concept of being rich and being wealthy physically, right? Health is wealth. Health is wealth, right? But I didn't understand that concept in high school and in college to a certain extent, right? Now, I've heard of these things, but I didn't believe them to be true. That's the difference, right? You can hear something, but you don't believe it. But the more you hear something, the more likely you are to believe it. This is human psychology. This is how we learn limitations. For example, as a child, If you are told you are dumb, if you are told you are stupid by other little kids making fun of you, by your parents yelling at you, acting out of frustration or something, or a teacher, you overheard a teacher talking to another teacher about your grades or your work ethic or whatever, and you heard it, right? And you've picked up on it and you've identified with it. That becomes a learned limitation, right? You've learned it from somewhere, you've heard it from somewhere, and you identify with it, right? If you hear that you're dumb and then you identify with being dumb, you will learn to limit yourself in your education because you identify with dumb. You believe you're dumb. So if you want to break free from the limitation, you have to break free from the label, because labels 9 times out of 10 restrict and limit our beliefs. Labels are limiting. Say it with me. Labels are limiting. Labels are limiting, right? Only if you identify with them and you believe them to be true. Now, someone can label me dumb, right? They can have their opinion, which I disagree with, right? They say I'm dumb, right? As long as I don't identify with being dumb, as long as I don't believe it, as long as I don't think of it as truth, I therefore will not put myself in that box. I will not put myself in that label, and therefore I will not be limited in my education or my information or my experiences because I didn't believe the label. I didn't believe what they said. I didn't believe I was dumb, right? They tried to label me dumb. They tried to label me as ADHD. They tried to label me as ADD. They said I had attention deficit disorder when I was in like the 3rd grade. They tried to hold me back, but my mom did not allow them to hold me back. So I did not identify with being ADD, right? I may have learned at a slower rate, but I did not consider myself ADD. I did not believe it to be true. Therefore, I did not limit myself to what they thought of me. And I don't want you to limit yourself to what people think about you. I want you to remove the labels. I want you to identify with positive things that's going to help you be more encouraged on your journey throughout life, because life is just one big journey. And once we understand that we're on a journey, we're on an adventure, we are on a quest, right? We are on a quest to figure out what our superpowers are. We are on a quest to figure out what we can do with everything we're blessed with, what we can do with our mind, what we can do with our body, what we can do with our energy, what we can do with our focus, what we can do with the school, right? What we can do with our opportunities. So a learned limitation 9 times out of 10 is a label. A learned limitation is something you picked up as a child or somewhere along in life that you identified to be true. Because here's the thing, you did not read your limitation in a book. You did not read your limitation in the sky. You did not read your limitation on the ground, right? You've learned this limitation by hearing or seeing something that caused you to believe there was a limit, right? Something you picked up along the line in your life where you've seen or you've heard that caused you to believe it's true, that gave you the limit that you are now in, that puts you in a box, that gave you the label, and you've said, yes, I agree with this label. But today, I want you to get rid of the labels, get rid of the box, break free from the shell, break free from the cage that is trying to hold you back from being the best that you can be in school, in your profession, and in your personal life, man. The world comes with labels. There's so many labels, right? Identify with the labels that you like. I like running. I like exercising. I like being athletic. So I identify as an athlete. I train like an athlete. I do push-ups. I do burpees. I lift weights. I go play basketball. I go play soccer. I go play baseball, right? I identify with being athletic, so my life is more happy. My life is more positive because I find something that I identify with that I love. What do you love? What do you like? What are you passionate about? What is your purpose? Identify with that. Label yourself that, and don't let other people label you. Don't let other people put you in a box. Don't let other people cage you. Break free from their limitations, break free from their judgment, break free from their opinion, and understand that your opinion outweighs their opinion every single day. Why? Because you are the only you can be, right? I am the only Anthony Wagner I can be. I can't be anyone else. I can't be my daughter. I can't be my wife. I can't be my spiritual leader, right? I can only be me. So when I identify with being me, when I identify my uniqueness, my talents and my gifts, my likes, my hobbies, right? What do you like to do for fun? What do you like to do in your spare time? What do you like to do when no one is around, right? Identify with that and allow that to be your label and allow that to lead you into your purpose, into your passion, and allow that to make you be the best that you can be. So get rid of the learned limitations, AKA labels, AKA judgments, AKA opinions of other people, right? Listen, your mom has an opinion of you, your teacher has an opinion of you, your boss has an opinion of you. That's okay. People are entitled to their opinions. If you want an opinion, you therefore have to give someone else the right to give an opinion as well. Because if you try to have an opinion and then they say, hey, your opinion doesn't matter, then you can say, you're right. Your opinion doesn't matter either, right? Because we have the final say in our lives. We are many creators from the ultimate creator, right? So allow the opinion of yourself to lead you away from the learned limitations. It's your boy Ariel. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you comment down below. Make sure let me know what you think about this video. And don't forget to visit the shop, www.arielmerch.com. Get your book, right? The Student Success Mindset, where we talk about learned limitations and I give you strategies on how you can solve those learned limitations in the book. Peace. You guys have a great rest of the day. We out.